Well, hello there. How are you? It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Mary Sue, and we're going to do your daily reading first, and then we'll go into day 23 of our Aquarius season 30-day challenge. So let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for today. Okay, so we have the energy of a beautiful new beginning, because we have release past burdens and embrace new beginnings, right? And it's understanding that there is a new beginning, okay? And it's like you have the portal there, right? Beautiful new beginning happening in your life. There's something about understanding that you really and truly are stepping into a sense of rebirthing, a sense of coming through the most difficult part of your, a difficult chapter, let's put it that way, and then stepping into a beautiful new world, having a rebirth. Now, rebirth is really about understanding that something has transformed in your life, right? That could be your mindset, that could be your health, that could be your financial stability. It's the energy of allowing yourself to recognize that something ended in your life so that you could create something new and more beautiful than what you had in the past. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't miss what you had in the past, or that, you wish it hadn't ended. But at the same time, you're at the point where you're recognizing that something did have to come to an end, as difficult as that was, so that you could step into something brand new. And that brand new is a sacred union. Okay, so this is the energy of coming in alignment with another person, okay, or even with yourself. This is the energy of really and truly being aligned with what it is that you are meant to do, and perhaps with another person. Now, for a small part of you, since this is a general reading, it could even be reuniting with the rebirth card here, reuniting with a person, or even maybe a situation from the past, but it's completely transformed. That's the difference, okay? This is not going back to a relationship or a situation in the past that hasn't allowed, if it's with another person, you may have gone your separate ways, but you've done the work. You both have done the work, right? There's been some transformation in the lives of both of you so that you can come back together. For some of you, it could be, you could have left a situation, a job, or a career, but there's been some transformation that has occurred on both sides so that it can come back together. Because with the release card here, it's important to remember, it says release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. Those new beginnings can be with new people, new situations, definitely, right? Or they can be with past people or situations, but you're releasing the past burdens. It's not allowing yourself to step back into the same situation or relationship. And I really do love the energy of this. Yeah, this is definitely healing energy. So we have the angels of the four directions coming in, and then the healing light. Understanding that healing, something had to end, okay? So that you could embrace a new beginning. Once again, for a lot of you, is just, I'm stepping into a new relationship. I'm stepping into a new job, a new lifestyle, whatever that is, right? Embracing, discovering the gold, the nugget of wisdom that you garnered from a particular situation has helped you to complete the healing in this situation. Yeah, there's such a sense of enthusiasm and positivity in this. I do feel like for some of you, this is the energy of people coming back together. We have the Three of Cups. This is a sense of reunion, but if it's not reunion, okay, it is new people, new friends. This is friendships, coming together with new soul tribe members, or reuniting with soul tribe members. A sense that the angelic realm, right, is partaking in this, right? Because if it is, and I want to say, if it is reuniting, it is not reuniting in the same fashion that it was. Something ended so that people could go their own way, do the healing, and then come back together. Understanding, you're going to know, right? This is a general reading. You're going to know right away if that person has truly transformed or not. And if they haven't, this is not getting back together with that person, right? It is embracing, okay, I'm going in a new direction. This is allowing there's some burdens. There is an apology. I will have to say, it's kind of like understanding a new love is coming in, but it can be a new love beginning with a person from the past. It could be even somebody from a previous lifetime, right? Because this time, Two of Wands, you're not doing love the same way that you did it before. Two of Cups. I mean, this is just definitely, if it's not a new person, and you're reuniting, it is somebody that has done the work. You've done the work. You wouldn't be here if you haven't done the work, right? But this is the other person has done the work. This isn't somebody, King of Wands, Chariot, Two of Wands. Once again, this energy, right? Of allowing something to come back together. And with the King of Wands, this is my spiritual teacher card. 2, understanding. This is a very spiritual connection. Understanding, though, with the Two of Wands, okay, it's not coming back together in the same way. I think for a lot of you, this is a new person coming onto your path with the Ace of Cups, right? This is a new person coming onto your path and understanding you've done the healing. You're not going to be attracting in the same type of person that maybe you have been with in the past. Beautiful. Because the challenge here is that you are getting some communication, right? The healing light here is the energy of, can I trust the healing has occurred? If it's a new person, it's kind of like trusting. Have I healed enough? We can get stuck in that. Yeah, there's the devil. Yeah, being fearful. Is this really and truly somebody that is in alignment, right? Being concerned that it's a person, again, with codependent, this could be a relationship that had codependency or addictions or something like that. Kind of being concerned, am I stepping into the same situation again? Once again, you are going to know. That message is coming clearer for me. Not to allow yourself to get fearful, right? Not allowing yourself. This is the Eight of Swords. This is the self-doubt. Am I ready to really and truly step into love? Or am I only going to attract in what I've had before? This is allowing yourself to say, no, I've done the healing and I'm trusting my intuition. It's allowing yourself to say, wow, okay, there is something here about really and truly allowing the past to be in the past, releasing those burdens and knowing that you have the strength and the courage to see yourself in a loving way, right? And also to see other people in their most loving way. Yeah, this is maybe possibly for some of you a twin flame, a reconnection, okay? For others of you, Maggie is snoring. For others of you, this is a new person that is coming in and you're still concerned, am I ready for love? This is allowing yourself to say, I put the time and the energy into getting clear about what it is that I want and truly believing right? That you have the ability to see people more clearly. Perhaps in the past you had romantic delusions, or the illusions or whatever. This time you're coming into this situation, whatever this is, in a completely different manner. Because here is the thing. The outcome is discovering what it is, that happy family, happy home, financial stability, right? The 10 of Pentacles, long-term committed relationships. What that really means for you, what it means, how you want to spend your time and energy in creating that. Understanding that it does take time and energy, but not a codependent where you overgive to relationships, but have more of a sense of balance. Okay, let's take a look. Let's clarify this. Yeah, I feel like you're moving into an energy of allowing yourself to be more vulnerable in your relationships and allowing yourself to express your emotions. The Knight of Cups is about expressing love, okay? Communicating your love. Instead of feeling like love is what I give to other people. And it's kind of like over giving, right? Doing too much, thinking that what you do for other people is how you show love. And I'm not dismissing that, but there's also this sense of learning how to express love. And you could have had relationships in the past where the person that you were attracting in, or the people that you were attracting in, were not very good at expressing their emotions. And part of that could be that you weren't good at expressing your emotions, right? So it's kind of like understanding that creates a sense of not being totally open and vulnerable with each other, holding back, right? The Four of Pentacles is an energy of holding back. This is understanding that part of the process, the healing process that you have had or you have gone through, and perhaps even if you're attracting in a new person, I think that was part of their journey, is learning how to express emotions, express the feelings that you are feeling, the emotions that you are feeling in a relationship. You may have even had a hard time expressing or even acknowledging your own emotions, right? And if we can't acknowledge the emotions, we can't label, we can't identify the emotions that we are feeling, then there's no way we can express those to other people. So part of your healing journey could be that you first had to get in touch with your own emotions, and then it's about learning how to share those emotions with other people. Queen of Wands, this is the energy of being confident in the way that you are expressing your emotions. Allowing yourself to do that, right, in a new way. And either if this is a person returning, that you can have that conversation of what it is that you really and truly emotionally, the emotional connection. The 10 of Pentacles is all about the tangible, right? I'm doing this for you, you do this for me, the tangible, the financial aspect of a relationship. Now what you're stepping into is understanding, I don't want just the tangible. I want also the energy of the emotional intimacy in a relationship. We can sometimes confuse physical intimacy with emotional intimacy. Understanding physical intimacy can be pleasurable, but it's the emotional intimacy that helps to keep a relationship long term. The physical can fizzle out, right? But it's kind of like understanding the importance of emotional intimacy. And I feel like that's where this is. It's kind of like, that's how you're going to know when, if it is somebody returning, if they are able to really express their emotions, understanding We play a part in that. We have to be open to listening to their emotions. We have to create a safe space for each other to share our emotions, right? Understanding that, especially if this is newer skills that you and somebody else are kind of embarking on, right? That there's going to be maybe some missteps in that, but allowing yourself to be patient and understanding, and you'll know if the other person is also patient and understanding. This is about expressing the emotions. And I feel like this could have something to do with a family member or family members. It could be a family unit, right? Coming back together or wanting to come back together. The angels have been working on this. This could be something that maybe you've even been praying about. Allowing yourself to show up in this, in your highest, most loving light, I would say, and allowing yourself. There's something here about you have nothing to lose. There is something here about understanding you have nothing to lose. Yeah. Now, if this has been a truly toxic, abusive relationship, then you're going to know this is not about a reunion with that type of a person. This is somebody that has allowed themselves, perhaps it was a codependent relationship or something, but has allowed themselves to go and really do that inner work. You've done your inner work, and that person has also done their inner work. You're going to know. It's almost like you will know from the very first word out of their mouth. You will be able to tell. And it is about, there is something here about wiping, what I'm hearing is wiping the slate, right? It's not about, it's about a sense of forgiveness. It's not about condoning anybody's actions in the past, but it is this sense of understanding that whatever has occurred in this relationship in the past occurred so that there could be healing in so many different ways, okay? So allowing yourself to understand that all of this was part of a sacred union, right? Whether it's one person or a group of people, understanding that this is a rebirth. This is something that is, it is the butterfly. Understanding that there is a second chance at something here. And once again, if it's not a second chance at something, then it's a new person that is coming in that has also experienced similar things that you have experienced in previous relationships. This is a little bit about learning how to navigate this newer healed sense, okay? It's kind of like, when you learn anything new, it's kind of like you can even, let's take the example of, maybe you go and you go to class every week and you're learning how to do pottery, okay? And, you have the teacher there, and the teacher is kind of like still guiding you. And maybe you take an 8-week course in pottery, right? And you go once a week and you're practicing and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden the class is over, right? And then you're going into the studio and you're doing your own pottery, right? Understanding that there's that time period between being in a little bit of the cocoon and doing this healing, and then all of a sudden out in the real world, right? It's like understanding there's that sense of, oh my goodness, they're saying training wheels. That's exactly right, right? Remember when you were a little kid and you had training wheels on your bicycle, right? And then you get to a point where you're really not using the training wheels, but they're there. Like, they're still there. And then your parents take off the training wheels, and it's kind of like you're wobbly with the bike for a little bit, but then you get going, right? And then you're feeling more confident, right? The Queen of Wands, feeling more confident. There's a little bit of that energy here of understanding that this is a new communication skills that you and other people, or you and new people coming into your life have just kind of learned, right? It's kind of like they may have been practicing it a little bit, but they still had the training wheels on. They still had some guidance, you know. Maybe they were doing some role playing with a counselor or something like that. But now it's kind of like you're out in the real world. And it's understanding. There's this energy of missteps, of understanding that just because somebody has one little misstep, okay, doesn't mean that they're not really wanting to make. This is committed change, right? I have learned something. I've gotten a golden nugget here, and I want to make committed change moving forward. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be a little misstep here and there. It's about having patience and understanding that we're learning together. There's something here about learning together. Yeah, I love that energy because, you know, I feel like when we don't expect other people to be perfect all the time, right? We can create deeper connections when we expect ourselves or other people to be perfect. Then we tend to just walk away. It's kind of like, oh, they made a misstep, I'm out of here. This is the energy of understanding. No, I'm giving myself grace, and I'm giving other people grace as we are all kind of trying to ascend and learn how to communicate and love in this new way, that we all need a little bit of patience and a little bit of practice, and that over time it will be, you know, it will be better. I feel like that is the energy here of, of understanding, of being more understanding. Ooh, that's really kind of interesting. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Who can I serve today? Yeah, beautiful. In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection. And that's exactly what this is. It's about understanding that if we want soul-to-soul connections, right, we also have to have this sense of patience and understanding and, you know, allowing ourselves and others to practice having deeper connections with each other without expecting perfection from the very beginning. Yeah. All right. In a world lacking souls to soul connections, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. That is a little bit of this, of understanding that, especially if you've been drawn to this channel, you could be the healing light in this, right? Allowing other people to also see in this dynamic. We don't just cut it. I feel like there is this energy within our society right now of this isn't working for me, so blank, I'm out, right? And it's understanding that it takes a lot of effort to have deeper connections. And if we're wanting deeper connections, to allow ourselves to learn from the experience, help other people to learn from the experience, to you know, to really allow ourselves to put our love out there and allow ourselves to receive love and to have patience and understanding and apologize, right? The Page of Cups is about, yeah, you know, that song, what was it? You know, you don't have to, you know, something about you don't have to say you're sorry. You know, when you're in love, you don't have to say you're sorry. No, if you're in love, you need to say you're sorry. You still need to say you're sorry. You probably need to say you're sorry even more. All right, I'm going to leave it there. So if you are leaving for today, I hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope you stay around for the 30-day challenge. Much love and light to you. Bye for now. Well, welcome in if you are here for the 30-day challenge. Thank you so much for being here. So this is a pretty big reading. We've had some pretty intense energies. I love the energy of this, though. This is a very positive understanding, right? The theme for today is deep connections. What does a deep soul connection feel like, right? And understanding that the deeper the connection that we want to have with other people, the more work, right? And it just means, to me, it's not about work, does not mean that it's shifting, right? That sense of alchemy is here, where it used to mean, perhaps for some of us, I'll have to say for myself, that means that we do more for other people, right? But that's not a true soul connection. I mean, it's nice to do things for other people, and it's one way we can show our love to other people. But the truth of the matter is, it's not just what we do, it's how we listen to each other, it's how we communicate, it's how we share our emotions with each other. And that is what's here, is allowing ourselves to recognize how do we show up in relationships before. And you have definitely gone through a healing process here. How are you showing up in relationships as you move forward? And having grace for yourself and grace for others as we are navigating a new way of having connections, right? And allowing ourselves to see that it's not just the physical connection, right? Whether that's literally physical intimacy, or if it's through, resources or financial abundance, or what we are doing for each other, that divine masculine energy. But it's really about that more divine feminine energy of how we communicate our love for each other, share our emotions, right? Okay, so the journal activity is exactly that, is thinking about in past relationships, perhaps even relationships that may be coming around for a rebirth. How did you express your love, or perhaps show your love, right? What were some of the ways that you expressed your love to other people in that connection or this dynamic? And then also, how did you feel loved, right? What did the other people in the connections do that helped you to feel loved by those people? I guarantee you that is totally different than what you are wanting in relationships now. That's a very much of a Pluto in Capricorn energy. This Pluto in Aquarius energy it's not dismissing that we don't do things for each other. That is nice, right? It's the gifts, whether it's an actual gift or it's helping somebody. Those are ways that we can show that we love each other. But this is a new dynamic. This is really allowing yourself to share in words, right? Whether it's writing a letter or speaking them, right? Expressing your love and why people are important to you in your life. It's a totally different dynamic. And asking yourself, are you doing that as much as you possibly can? It's kind of like you can do things for other people, but are you also saying those things? Are you telling people how important they are in your life? Wow, powerful energy there, right? And it's so funny because I think, through this Aquarian challenge, I have actually shared, about with some of my neighbors, and I think I can see I do things for my neighbors, and I do feel like I'm a pretty good neighbor, helping, people in my neighborhood when they're going through different things, providing meals or just going over and visiting with them or something. But do we also share how important that person is, and telling them exactly why, we're showing up for them? I think that's the key. That's the key to these deeper relationships, and seeing the beauty in that, having the strength and the courage to share. Yes. So for the journal activity, really asking yourself, like, how are you expressing in words? This is getting it down into words. How are you expressing words? We can say, I love you, right? And that's great. That's a beginning. But why do you love that person? Why is that person so important to you in your life? What do you cherish about that person? Really becoming more specific, allowing them, because I think when we do that, we allow them to understand that we do see them, right? We are acknowledging their importance in our life. All right, I am going to leave it there. Wow. What a beautiful energy. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Much love and light. Bye for now.